So the little box is like moving around.
Is it?
Hi, I'm Millie Stevenson.
And I'm Chris Benya.
Today is January 16th, 2020, and this is your SHTV News.
This week we sat down with some of our Spartans to talk about how the basketball season is going.
Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm John McGee, varsity basketball senior. I'm going to be going over some of my highlights and giving y'all advice on what y'all can do better if y'all want to get better at basketball. So we're going to watch my game against Klein Collins from this year. Right here, it's just a wide open three. Those are easy for me, my specialty. Again, they keep leaving me open. I don't know why. They should know by now. Again, I always like to, I always find the open spots on the court so my teammates can pass it to me. Like here, again, 4 times, fourth one, 16 points, something slight. Here's another game against Cinco Ranch. This game went not as planned, but I got the steal here in the passing lanes. Got fouled, they didn't call it. Could have went up better. Here, my man gets the rebound. I blocked the shot from behind. I should have boxed out, but.
My name is Bria Washington, and I'm on girls varsity basketball, and I'll be reacting to some of my highlights. All right, this is the first highlight. It was Stratford versus Memorial at the DCC. So, yeah, this highlight has no explanation. It wasn't even supposed to happen. I actually went the wrong direction. So, yeah, because I was like third, and I think I was supposed to go like down, but I ended up going the other way because somebody went the wrong way. So, yeah. Oh my God. This was like the first 3 I've ever taken in any game, like ever. Like, I've never taken a 3 in a game, and this just happens to be the first one. I wasn't expecting it to go in. I was like halfway back, but my coach wasn't even expecting to go in.
Oh, when you're trying out, talk while the coaches are talking. Don't do that, especially Coach Johnson, because you'll be running. Don't
come out there and think that you just the #1 person and that you just better than everyone else, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Also, you got to have a positive attitude. You can't have a negative attitude and be down on everybody else. You got to learn how to work as a team. You can't be an independent, because basketball is not an independent sport.
Don't do the same thing over and over again if you're not doing it right. He also doesn't like that.
Okay, so honestly, what things you should do in tryouts, you just gotta have heart.
Follow the directions. If you don't know something, ask, because he won't get mad if you just ask. To my younger self, be more aggressive, because then like you'll just regret it later. If I could go back, like I do all this other stuff, like you shouldn't like have to do that. Like you should just do everything you can in the moment.
I would honestly tell my younger self to be more confident, because the level of confidence that I have now was nothing compared to what I had as a freshman or even as a sophomore. So I would definitely tell my younger self to have more confidence.
Last week, we had some students sit down with our superintendent, Dr. Blaine, to ask some questions about their concerns on campus.
Let's take a look at what they had to ask.
Hello, my name is Sanal Tegma. I'm a senior, and today I would like to talk to you about off-campus lunch.
Very nice to meet you. I am Dr. Jennifer Blaine. I'm your superintendent.
Nice to meet you too. So first, I think if we were to have an off-campus lunch policy, it should be a privilege, not a right for everyone.
Okay.
And I think this privilege should be determined by your behavior and your grades. So for example, we have the exemptions policy here, and in order to be qualified to exempt classes, you have to have good behavior and good grades. So if we do something similar to that with the off-campus policy, it will motivate students to do better in school.
So off-campus lunch policies or procedures are really a campus decision, so that's the good thing. So we always encourage students to be part of those decisions and those conversations. What I would say is that when I was a principal, what I used to tell my students is that if you want to bring an idea forward, bring the idea, but also bring me like a plan. Like, so would be good if you guys called maybe some other schools or school districts around the area that allow their students to leave for lunch and kind of understand how that works. We would have to talk about, does it require additional resources? You know, there's a lot of things you would want to think through that your teachers could probably help you think about what those questions would be. But I would encourage you to take your idea and run with it. I'll tell you on the administrative side, the things that we have to consider are the logistics. So how's it going to work? And to your point, you know, your idea about it being a privilege, not a right, I think is spot on. You know, what would be the legal ramifications? So one of the things that we would have to consider as a school district or as administration is if you leave campus and something happens, you know, then what?
Or, like, it's impossible for the district to provide food that caters to all dietary needs. For example, we have a lot of Muslim students and students who are following kosher or like vegans and vegetarians, and they don't get that, like, they can't eat lunch at school. And let's say like someone was late, they cannot pack lunch. And I feel I have to make a compromise between like being late to school to pack lunch or being hungry all day.
So I think that is an outstanding point. When you do your research, if you choose to take this forward, those are questions I would ask other school districts, other schools, people that are already doing this, like how do they handle that and is that a benefit? Because that adds to the research of your proposal and adds to the strength of it.
It was really nice talking to you, and definitely next time I'll come up with a plan.
Okay, well that is great, and I commend you, and make sure you involve people in your plan, and I think you're going to do a great job. I have no doubt.
I think first and foremost, as a girl, this is the one that like first comes to me. Is there any specific reason that like teenage girls are not really generally allowed to wear shorts?
You know, the only thing I can think of, I think girls should get to wear shorts, so that's an opinion I have. Now, the appropriate length of the short might be more the discussion.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting to hear. And then, I guess now knowing that it's not like a district thing, this might sound weird, but I don't understand, just from like a student's perspective, the like beard thing. Because like boys are not supposed to have facial hair, and I just don't. That kind of confuses me, not because it's like, oh well, why not? It's just like, I don't grow facial hair, so I don't face that challenge.
Yeah.
But
so that is a great question, because it actually comes up a lot. And so it kind of depends on, I think kind of depends on your administration and the teachers. My personal opinion, and I hope administration doesn't get mad at me, facial hair does not bother me. If I'm going to pick a battle, it's not going to be that. I don't think most people necessarily care about facial hair as long as it's kept, you know, as long as it's kept, I don't say clean, but you know, it's neat and tidy, you know. But other than that, that is a campus decision.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think just like the last thing that I would be able to think of is, because you said you have a son. How old is he? You don't remember?
He's 15. He's a freshman. He's here.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
How do you feel that schools in this district specifically kind of act about dress codes, and how your son might feel about that?
Well, so my son came from Spring Forest, and they had designated colors. I mean, he's like every other kid. He wants to wear what he wants to wear. Yeah, I mean, I think that I do hear from him, and I do hear from his friends and what the kids have to say. And again, I was a campus principal prior to being in this position, and I just think you're always better off if you're going to make a decision and it's going to impact kids. If you can, it's not always possible, that you involve the kids in the decision in some way, be it a couple of representatives that are going to represent the student body, dress code, and lots of other topics we hear about too. But yes, I do hear about dress code at home. I haven't heard about it this year though, because of course we get to wear pretty much what we want to wear. So, yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
All right, as one of the senior directors of SHTV, it's really important to the Stratford community that I ask how you can assure that Stratford's going to be in good hands.
Well, that's a great question. And so the good news is that we have outstanding administrators across our system and outstanding teachers, and you certainly have a great staff here at Stratford. And so we have an individual that we have asked to step up and assist us over here, and he is a great administrator, as all of ours are, and so we know he's going to do a great job, and he's going to work great with the faculty and staff. And then the last thing I would say to you is that, when we make decisions at the campus, but at the district level, or when I make a decision as a superintendent, it is always going to be what's in the best interest of the kids and the staff and the community. And just, like I always tell you all when I talk with you, I love you, I care about you, and I love you just like I love the child that lives in my own house. And so when we make a decision, or when I make a decision, it's always going to be in the best interest of our kids.
All right, well, Dr. Blaine, on behalf of Stratford, I want to thank you so much for coming out. It was really great to have you.
Most welcome.
And if you want to have a chance to have a face-to-face conversation with Dr. Blaine, keep an eye out for questions we have on our Instagram. Thank you, guys.
It's so nice to have administrators to listen to students' questions about our campus.
Speaking of questions, our entertainment team put some questions to learn more about you guys.
Wrong answers only, family edition.
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only.
She had wrong answers only.
What's your favorite fruit?
Grass.
Peas. Cool. Okay, period. How many Matthew McElroys does it take to change a light bulb?
How high?
How many legs does an octopus have?
2.
What's heavier, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers?
I think feathers.
Cool. Let's go. Pick it up, and let's go. Pick it up and let's go. How many
George.
does it take to screw in a light bulb?
What did you just say?
How many
George.
does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know, because there's a lot of not light bulbs. There's a lot of out light bulbs at this school.
Yep, light bulbs don't work. What's your favorite color of grass?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Do you eat your gum before or after you wash your hands?
I pee in the shower.
Do you put your shoes on first and then your socks, or do you put your socks on and then your shoes?
Are Lizzo and Beyonce the same person?
Yes. What's your favorite radian on the unit circle?
3.
How many pineapples are under the sea?
SpongeBob's house.
Who's your favorite president of the United States?
Shakira.
How many turtles live in the sea?
0.
What is the name of your pet parrot?
22.
Now let's hear a message from our Student Council Exec Board for Anti-Vaping Day.
Hi, I'm Hope, and I'm here to talk to you about Anti-Vaping Day. Our parents and grandparents were lied to by Big Tobacco. The company said that cigarettes and secondhand smoke were safe. Guess what? They were lying. Now we all know that smoking kills, and that beating an addiction to nicotine is really hard. Our generation knows that cigarettes are dangerous. The number of kids who smoke is at an all-time low. But the lies have created a new generation of people addicted to nicotine. They said vaping was safe, but they lied. One vape pod has as much nicotine as an entire pack of cigarettes. They said that Big Vape isn't Big Tobacco. The company that makes Marlboro cigarettes owns 35% of Juul. They knew they needed customers to stay in business. Just like Big Tobacco, Big Vape lied. They say they don't market to kids, but they lied. In 2016, 7 out of 10 middle and high school students saw ads for vaping. 1 in 4 kids have vaped in the last month. Kids who would have never smoked are now addicted to nicotine because of the lies. They picked the wrong generation to lie to. We need to come together and demand that they quit lying. Get out your phone and go to quitlying.org to learn more and sign the letter. The American Heart Association is gathering signatures to send a message to Big Vape to quit lying. It only takes a minute, and you only have to sign your name and age.
This year, National Human Trafficking Awareness Day fell on January 11th.
We sit down with Eleanor Williams, a student who founded Students Against Trafficking here at Stratford, to learn more about this issue.
Let's see what she had to say.
And I think the more people that become aware and how horrible it actually is, that's how we start to actually fight back against it. So that's kind of our goal. So we started this club this year, or last year, 2019, and so far we've set up an awareness event, and we're going to have an event at Family Point Resources on February 11th. And we're going to have a couple of speakers from all over Houston come talk about their companies or what they do to promote human trafficking awareness. And so yeah, Bill should come out. Yes, it's at Family Point. Yeah, and that's what we're doing right now.
why you can watch Stratford boys basketball at Cy Ridge instead.
Hi, I'm Grace Barfield, and I am inviting you to the pep rally this Friday to support all our winter sports. Woohoo!
Hi, my name is Danny Blocking. Please come support girls soccer, 7:30 at Cy Ridge.
Hi, I'm Santiago. Come support boys soccer tomorrow at 7:30 against Cy Ridge.
Thanks so much for tuning in this week, Stratford. I'm Chris Pena.
And I'm Millie Stevenson.
And this has been your SHTV News.